Hey everybody, Ott Defoe here, and today I want to show you a few things about lure modification. For me, man, growing up in East Tennessee, one of the things that I've always been a big believer in is, altering baits a little bit to just give yourself more confidence in that bait. I've made crankbaits out of wood, out of balsa wood from the time I was 15 years old, 16 years old, somewhere in there was when I really developed a love and appreciation for building crankbaits, and that has really always just translated into my fishing, whether that's a jig, a spinnerbait, a crankbait, soft plastics, whatever it is, always tweaking those baits just a little bit, and whether it makes a huge difference in what the fish do, but it always makes a big difference to me as an angler, and having more confidence in that bait than what another angler is throwing, especially in those situations where you're fishing around other guys, maybe fishing some of the same places. When you've got the utmost confidence in what's on the end of your line, you're going to fish it better, which is in turn going to put more fish in the boat. So that's something that I've just always believed in from a very young age. This area where I live is ultra competitive, tons of tournaments, lots of fishing pressure all year long, and so our fish see a lot of baits, and those little tweaks can definitely make a big difference. One of the first ones, man, honestly, a really, really simple thing. I love to fish a jig. I've always been a meat and potatoes kind of guy, so a jig has certainly been a big staple, in my arsenal for a long time. And most jigs, this is a Terminator Pros jig, when they come out of the pack, they've got a full skirt on them, so that skirt's going to hang down a considerable amount past the bend of that hook. And the trailers, I fish a lot of chunk style trailers on the back of my jigs, something like this Bass Pro Elite Chunk. That's what I fish on the back of a jig a lot, and I'll thread that on there. This is a new color called Bama Crawl, but you can see that I've already got this skirt trimmed up a little bit to where it kind of just covers just beyond that hook point or that hook bend, and then all of those legs hang down below that. So that's how I trim that skirt, is I want to make that fit really down to that hook bend, and that way you've got nothing but those big flappers hanging out on the back side of that. So trimming the skirt on a jig is always a big thing. So take this white one right here, brand new, out of the pack, that's got the full skirt on it. I'm going to just line your scissors up on there about like that and trim about that much off of it. Now I have a mess in my boat, but you've seen exactly how much I cut off of that skirt. I'll have to shop back that up when I pull back up to the house, but that's about how much skirt I'll take off the back of that jig. It just makes that a little bit more compact profile. Now when I put a trailer on it, I'll have nothing but the legs of that trailer. The body of it will all be up here, but the legs of that trailer are going to be hanging down, so that way you just don't have as much bulk back behind that hook, because if you've got a lot of body back here, fish may come up, bite just the back of it. He's not going to get the hook, and you're not going to catch him. So that's kind of always my thought process, is having the bulk of that bait right up there where the hook is as well, because that's when a fish eats it, you're more likely to get him that way. So just a simple one there. Another thing with a trailer on a jig.
Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Gluzek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Subscribe today.